Are you a real estate investor who is thinking about getting their real estate license? Well, what if I told you that there could be massive advantages to getting your real estate license over your competition as an investor and be able to earn over 100% of your commissions on your own deals by just having a real estate license? So in this video, we're going to be breaking down all of the pros and the cons of getting a real estate license as an investor. And in the end of this video, we're going to be sharing with you 2 ways as a real estate investor that you can actually grow your passive income if you do decide to get your real estate license. So make sure to stay tuned for that. My name is ｃｈǐcie. I am the co-founder of Agent Wealth Hustle and an organization leader of over 70 agents. And I am joined here by my partner, the founder of Agent Wealth Hustle, Charlie Cameron. And he is an organization leader of over 100 agents and an active real estate investor who decided to get his real estate license. So Charlie, why don't you share with us here a little bit on your decision to get your real estate license as an investor and why it's beneficial for real estate investors to get licensed?
Yeah, I originally got my real estate license because I was out of money to invest in real estate. And so that it's kind of come full circle because getting my real estate license allowed me to leave my full-time job faster than investing in real estate did. I would have gotten there eventually, but really it allowed me to then make the transition to entrepreneur and then scale both, commission income and investing income, which has been kind of sweet. But yeah, I mean, I've done every type of real estate investing from multifamily, single family rentals. I've accidentally flipped some apartments and I've owned short-term rentals managed from afar. And now I'm really into residential assisted living. A lot of that was kind of made possible through my real estate license because a lot of my investing is not necessarily local. Okay, some of it is, but sometimes I'm more opportunistic. So having a network of agents nationwide that I could find investor-friendly agents everywhere really came into play as another opportunity that I wasn't even going to mention in this video, but now I did. On the real estate investing side, we got a lot of big advantages. So any investors watching this video already know we love our cash flow, we love our amortization, right? The principal pay down, we love our depreciation that we can write off with the tax man and the other tax write-offs and benefits. And we love our appreciation play that properties over time appreciate naturally. Plus, we can force appreciation in real estate investing. There's a little bit of background and definitely some major advantages.
Oh, absolutely. So, you decided to get your real estate license as a real estate investor. And I know there's a lot of investors out there who are concerned about getting licensed for whatever reason. So why don't you break down for us, what are some of the major benefits and advantages to an investor who is going to do more deals when they do get their real estate license?
Yeah, let me start with 2 cons, and then we jump into a much, much longer list of pros. Con number 1 is you got to join an MLS typically when you're joining a brokerage. So you're going to have some fees. The brokerage fees are usually pretty darn minimal. And then the MLS, initial might be $500 and then like $300 a year after that. If you get lock boxes, mine's like $35 a month. So those add up. All right. So you're looking at, probably less than $1,000 a year to realistically be part of a brokerage and part of an MLS and do that kind of thing. And so a lot of people are like, why would I want to take on that extra expense? Well, it's because of the pros I'm about to list, which are going to way outweigh that $1,000 or whatever a year. Even if it was $2,000, it's going to blow it out of the water on the first time you use it on an investment property. And the other con is if you're a wholesaler, sometimes it can get a little bit messy in terms of having a real estate license and be a wholesaler. However, we know people who do both all the time. So it is absolutely doable. We'd be happy to have that conversation on how to do that smartly and the correct way. But let's talk about some of the pros. So when you get licensed, you gain some major advantages over competitors in your market. And maybe the first one is you gain that market knowledge. You're going to naturally, as you get your real estate license, there's going to be training and stuff involved. You're going to gain market knowledge and abilities you didn't have before. As a real estate investor that became a real estate agent, I gained a huge appreciation for agents that I did not have really much at all beforehand. I did not realize how difficult it is and how much knowledge you really gain and expertise and perspective you gain as an agent. That gives you a huge advantage. Plus, you're going to be the first to see listings that pop up. You can set up your own searches. You can be the first one to get on that property, right? You won't have to go through an agent. Throw that out the window. You are the agent. You can just see the property, figure out what the showing instructions are, contact the listing agent, and get in there immediately, right? And so that gives you a speed advantage. You can also be the first one to make the offer. You're trained on it. You know how to do it. You now have the tools to do it. Boom, send the offer. Now, if you're with the right brokerages, you can also make 100% commission at least a few times a year, right? Like we get 100% commission on 3 deals a year, which is insane, right? So let's say it's as low as a $200,000 property, right? And let's say the commission is 2.5%. That's a $5,000 commission you just made on top of, getting into that investment property. So you just made a $5,000 extra cut. And if you're into much bigger properties, do the math, right? You're going to make much more income, additional income on that property that's going to sweeten the deal for you, right? That could be your earnest money. That could be part of your down payment, right? That could be part of your reno budget, your repair budget. You also gain negotiation skills that you wouldn't necessarily have. Now you can look at and see things in a creative way from the background or from the back end and figure out how you can structure things that, oh shoot, you've got 10 grand in repairs you weren't expecting. Okay, you negotiate directly with that agent who's talking to the seller and figure out how to roll that in, get them to pay for it, maybe increase the price, come up with smart ways to make that investment still work for you without it all coming out of pocket. It's easier if it's you right there on the front lines instead of having to go through another person, right? You're not playing the telephone game anymore. You're the one relaying the message. You know the value of the properties, right? You'll now have more tools and the ability and the experience to understand valuation of homes, especially if you're doing flips. You need to understand ARV. You can go look at all the recent sales instantly. It's going to be easier for you. You'll be able to really do that piece and be more confident in an ARV estimate if you're the one doing it versus relying on the agent for it. And then off-market opportunities. Interestingly, like we have a whole system with 90,000 agents and we have ability to share off-market deals, investment deals. And that's happening every single day. I'm seeing them fly across our workplace chats. There are opportunities to get off-market deals by just being a part of a larger brokerage with networking opportunities like that. So you could potentially nab things that other people don't see. So there's just a short list of advantages. I could go on. I really do think there's a lot more, but man, you really are getting a massive leg up on the competition by getting your real estate license.
Yeah, I think so as well. And I think there's a lot of investors recently who are, I guess, changing their minds about getting their real estate license, whereas in the past, they were very concerned about it. But now as, some new regulations even in the real estate investment world are coming out in certain states, for example, wholesalers, some are actually required to get their real estate licenses in certain states. I think Illinois is one, Oklahoma is another one, even here in Texas. There's certain restrictions being implemented into wholesalers who are not licensed as well. So there's a lot of investors now, and there's a ton of benefits for an investor to be both an investor and a real estate agent as well. So something that I hear a lot of investors who are considering getting their license or thinking about becoming an investor agent, if you will, are, they don't necessarily want to sell real estate. Maybe they're a flipper and they think that, it's much more, it's a much better return on their time if they do a flip than to do a transaction, or if they just have another job, or they just don't want to sell real estate or represent clients. You are both an investor agent. What would you say to somebody who is an investor that want to get licensed but doesn't want to represent anybody as an agent?
Yeah. All you have to do is choose the right brokerage, and then you don't have to do anything you don't want to do, which is really kind of cool. Like go to the brokerage where the broker works for you on whatever timeline you want, and as much hand-holding or not as you want. You don't have to sell to conventionally, right? There are brokerages out there that they're going to want producers that are coming in to do residential real estate, but that's not what you want to do, right? So go to the place where it's whatever you make of it, right? And that way, yes, you've got your real estate license. Now you can do what you want to do and none of the other stuff, right? So not selling residential real estate, totally get why. I know a lot of real estate investors. I totally get why a lot of them don't want to do that. Plus, if investing is your main goal, becoming a residential agent can be a distraction against that particular goal. You may find, like I did, that I really liked it. So full warning, you may actually fall in love with some of it. Like for me, it was serving other military families that I just absolutely just fell in love with. But you certainly don't have to. You could just I see a lot of investor agents do hey, I help friends and family here and there as well, but that's it, right? I don't want to really get into the other side of the business, which is totally fair, because if you're, it takes a lot of effort to do lead generation either in real estate investing or in, real estate sales. So you may not want to split your time across both.
Right, exactly. You don't want to make it a distraction, right, of your actual goals. But that's the cool thing about, getting your license. You don't necessarily have to be a quote unquote agent. And exactly like you said, Charlie, you want to make sure you join the right brokerage and the right group of people around you who are actually doing the things that you want to do, which as an investor, hopefully that is growing your passive income, building your wealth, and becoming a better investor and building a business so that you can have a lifestyle that you want to live. And you've made it all the way to this end of the video. So we're going to reveal our two big ways for investors who do get their real estate license to generate passive income. So Charlie, what are the two ways that you found, or I guess that we found as investors who ended up getting the real estate license, are able to actually create two new passive income streams with their real estate license. So this is very important because if you don't have your license, you're not going to have access to these two income streams. So what are they, and why would you say they're a benefit for investors?
Yeah, it's, real estate investors get into real estate investing for the opportunity to grow passive income, right? That's generally the reason we read Rich Dad Poor Dad. We go down the bigger pockets rabbit hole and go, I want passive income, right? And so by having your real estate license, you can actually get more streams of passive income that you didn't have before, which I think is so cool. It's not just hey, you get a commission when you purchase that home, even though you could kind of consider that sort of passive because you were going to go invest in it anyway. But the two big ones are referrals and growing an agent organization. And so the first one, referrals, man, if you know anyone moving anywhere, you can make a cut of that commission, right? And if you're an investor watching this and you don't know this already, real estate agents, if I know someone, whether they're a client or past client or not, that's just moving from one location to another location. They don't even neither of those locations need to be local to me. If I know someone from anywhere that's moving somewhere, I can offer to, hey, let me interview and find the perfect agent for you. I've got this massive network of well-qualified agents. I could find the right one for you, Mr., Mrs., buyer, seller, right? And you can, if you're with the right brokerage, you've got a massive network already, which gives you lots of other opportunities, but also the opportunity to find an agent for them. When you connect them with that agent and they go and they close a home together, whether it's a listing or a purchase, then you're going to get 25 to 30% of that commission all day long, and you did none of the transaction. So that's almost as passive as it gets, which is pretty sweet. And then the second one is building an agent organization. You're like, but you just said, I don't want to be a conventional agent. Why would I want to build a team? And it's probably not the team that you're thinking of. What we're talking about is an organization of like-minded agents where you have something to offer them on top of, they're coming to a brokerage. They're getting everything at the brokerage already. You don't have to provide, the tools, the training, the broker support, the contract review. So all of that is already provided to them. What you're offering is to, especially if you're an investor agent, you could just offer, hey, let me help you be a better investor agent. Let me, investor, show you where to hang your license as an agent that's going to give you the most opportunities to grow your income further, right? Through referrals, through the network of opportunities, through all these advantages like the 100% commission on 3 deals a year, right? So if that's all you had to offer, that's still a freaking lot, right? And so you can help other investors with hey, what do I do with my real estate license as an investor agent, and build an organization around you of like-minded agents, and then you win when they win, right? When they go win on investment properties and they help a friend or family sell a house or they get a referral, you're also going to get a cut, which comes from the broker and not out of their pocket, which is a true win-win situation.
Absolutely. And remember, you are a real estate investor, and there's a ton of agents out there who want to learn more about investing and actually want to become real estate investors themselves. So you can actually offer them a lot of value to be part of your organization, your team, to work with you, to be mentored by you, even if you don't have experience in selling residential real estate. Your experience as an investor, you can leverage that to help other real estate agents who want to become investors and teach them how to do that. And Charlie, I think we personally know some people who've done really, really well with that, building organizations, right?
Definitely. And it just to reemphasize, like, both of these require no money down, unlike the real estate investing you're already doing, right? And so for me as an investor that joined a brokerage purely to create commissions to invest more in real estate, that discovered these benefits after I joined the brokerage, became an absolute immediate no-brainer that, oh, wait, I could spend, a little bit of time each week or each month working on these additional income streams that are pretty much passive or more passive than owning a rental property, completely more passive than owning a rental property. It just made total sense. No money down, more passive. I can work on it as much as I want, whenever I want. Absolutely made sense to do these. And so I highly encourage real estate investors who are thinking about getting their license. This is your sign. This is your sign, because not only will you have all these advantages and make additional money on any of your investments, but you have additional opportunities to build more income streams and network with and be connected with the right people.
Yep, absolutely. That is very important, right? Because we all want to build passive income. If you are coming from that investor mindset, but as we all know, investing in real estate, it does require you to put up your money as well and leverage other people's money too. And with that comes certain risks and liabilities. With these income streams that we're talking about that you can leverage with your real estate license, whether if it's generating referrals or building an organization of real estate agents, you do not have any of the risks or liabilities involved that you do as an investor, and you definitely don't have any of the debt servicing or being over leveraged as well as an investor. So if you want to learn more about growing your investments, growing your active income, and growing your passive income as a real estate investor agent, make sure to schedule a Zoom call with us below. And you can learn more about how you can partner up with us for free, completely free, with no additional costs or splits to us. And you can be a part of a very, very collaborative and valuable community of active investor agents who are actively investing in real estate, doing syndication deals, mobile home park deals, and all kinds of real estate investing. You get additional training on how to become a better investor and invest in different types of properties, use different types of financing, and collaborate with investor agents on certain deals, as well as learn how you can build an organization of real estate agents leveraging your skill sets as an investor. So make sure to check that out. And thank you for tuning into this video, and be sure to check out the rest of our videos in our passive income agent series. Take care.